See the heat, feel the cold, seal the greed, and heal the mold. We bask in the apathy of existence itself, and we never stop calling, screaming for more. We don't want it to end, and yet we seem surprised when it does. That's when the apathy, our apathy, dissipates, and you are left with nothing. Nothing you can hear, see, or feel. Yet. Not yet. It isn't time. It is never time. There is never enough time. But always, always in our last moments on this plane, we let slip who we really are. Always. Our dying breath is always an honest one. Because nobody wants to die a liar, right? This is your host, Redgrin. And now, some news. Anyone up for a game of Kaplunk? No? How about a game of Risk? Or, to put it another way, politics. You'll no doubt have heard, listeners, that our beloved Prime Minister called for a snap election on Tuesday, the 18th of April. This followed by a Commons vote the day after for the election to take place in June. Which leaves us... just a few weeks. It's no mystery that we have a gambler in Downing Street. There have been worse. After Shinyhead resigned his post, May promised to honor the famous Brexit result. What did she say? Oh, yes. Brexit means Brexit, and we are going to make a success of it. I'll leave you to your own conclusions on that one. But maybe, just maybe, this will help you along. This is what you get when you type the word conservative into Google. 1. Disposed to preserve existing conditions, institutions, etc., or to restore traditional ones and to limit change. 2. Cautiously moderate or purposefully low. 3. Traditional in style or manner, avoiding novelty and or showiness. That's my favorite one. In other words, dull, dull, unbearably dull. And there's a whole party full of them. The existing condition is killing us. Do you hear me, listeners? It is killing us. And it's come to everyone's attention that politics is no longer just theatre. It's show business. And they want to put on the greatest show in town. The only trouble is, they're too busy breaking everybody else's legs. The silent boo of crying children. We want you gone, Conservatives. We want you gone. Anyway, back to the point. Despite her slim majority in the House of Commons, a house that I'm sure is actually filled with things like Gucci lizards and machines that churn out lies and half measures the taste of bitter promises. More common than you think, trust me. May said repeatedly that she would not be calling an early election, stating that the country needs time to breathe, to heal, as if any one person on this planet has a proper idea of what the country they represent actually needs. It should be a communal effort, right? and Mummy Teresa wants a mandate. But she'll have to overcome a rule that says elections can only be held every 5 years. So, first she lies, gambles, bends, and now she breaks, while putting her office on the betting table of hypocrisy. It's what she wants. It's what she needs for her place in history, so she will not be ignored by the future. Mummy Teresa likes history, I can tell, but leaders who obsess over history tend to obsess about their place in it instead of forging it. And so now, it is time for the rush, listeners, the rush to everything, or the rush to nothing. Needs must when the people die screaming, eh? It is slow, painful, totally avoidable, and totally unnecessary. This has been our top story. It brings us nicely to a new section of our show. I call it Analogy 101. I know this sounds insane, listeners, but this is an insane world. We have to come for them before they come for us. It's that simple and that complicated. The decomposition of a body is broken down into 5 general stages. 1. Initial decay, also known as the fresh stage. 2. Putrefaction, the bloat stage. 3. Black putrefaction, active decay. 4. Butyric fermentation, advanced decay. And 5. Dry decay. Dry. The list above refers to the decay of a human body. Human. But in my opinion, there is no reason at all, why the list above cannot be applied to a different kind of body. A governmental body. One made up entirely of humans. The definition of a governmental body is as follows. A state, sovereign or otherwise, or political subdivision or state. An agent or instrumentality of a state or political subdivision, including a court. Any other person or entity authorized by a state or political subdivision to perform executive, legislative, or judicial functions. Every system above was created by us humans, and our creations can decay before and after death, just like we can. Just because the lifespans of our political systems have outlived us, biologically speaking, does not mean that they won't die slowly. I am not a violent man, listeners, but if we want to survive, we have to come for them before they come for us, because they will come for us. They will. This has been your host, Red Green.